This is In the Shadows Podcast. Lots of cigar talk, but if it's going on in the world, we'll be talking about that too. And by the way, the fellas don't shy away from controversial topics. Trust me. So grab that stick, kick back with your favorite drink, and let's do the thing. This is the In the Shadows Podcast. Now your hosts, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin, along with Albert, Martine, and Eric.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Shadow Smoke Legion In the Shadow Podcast. I'm your host, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. And today, of course, we have Albert, Eric, and Martine with us. And today's topic, very simple. We're going to talk about limited edition cigars, limited edition overall things. Not only just limited edition, but one-off editions, re-release editions, that kind of stuff, right? So I think to start off this topic, I want to talk about this. I just want to know what you guys think about limited edition stuff. Does that make sense, right? Because we have a lot of LE, the cigar that has LE on it. That is actually the core line stuff that you see it all the time. There are a few cigars that literally just have the LE on them, and then you see it every year. But it's not really LE, right? How limited is limited? How limited is considered limited edition? How often can you release a limited edition? So we can start with Martine, since Martine got something to say. So Martine, what do you think?
What are some examples? Because you said there's some core line stuff that's limited edition.
I think there's some Rocky Patel that has the name LE on there. I'm not too sure off the top of my head, but I've seen a lot of stuff that has LE on it, but I can find it anytime. I only found it this year, but I can't find anything else.
Because when you talk about limited edition, I'm thinking stuff that is in a specific size, or it's a one-off, or something along the lines as that. Never really thought about it as they're going to release it every year, the same size, the same Vitola, same price point, same everything, same blend, but it's limited. I mean, I guess that could be also.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that let's start with the simpler one, right? Start with any cigar that has the word LE on it. Now, does that mean that they cannot release it any other year? Well, what about short runs? Do you think short runs consider LE?
I mean, I guess it's a size.
Well, how about this? I think right now, if you go by Cuban cigars, they still have that gold band under it that says Edicion Limitada. Isn't that limited edition, right? But they will still have the same thing, just changing the band. It's still limited.
True.
Edition. They just change the year on it. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. While we're talking about this, I'll Google some examples. I'm pretty sure we can find them.
Like Crown Heads. Crown Heads have a lot of limited edition stuff, but the same cigar. And you can always find them.
For example, technically all the Opus X are limited editions, right?
Yep.
But they just change the year on it, and the next year is the same thing.
But I think it's not limited. They don't say it a limited edition. They say limited per year.
Quantity.
They don't say it as a limited edition.
All right. And then what you say is right. When you think about the Crown Head cigars, they literally have a LE Crown Head.
They have LEs, have a sample everywhere. Mm-hmm.
So you still count that limited edition because now you can have a sampler?
You could literally go online and buy any limited edition Crown Heads at any time.
2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, limited edition.
No, it don't even say the year, just say limited edition, but you could keep buying and buying.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
One of my favorite limited edition cigars is the Punch Egg Roll.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
So I think that's a example of a probably more bona fide limited edition where they only made so many. They did come out again.
They actually didn't call it limited edition.
Perhaps, but it's still limited.
It is.
But so you basically, the one that say limited edition, some of them are just not limited. So you're just like, oh, here, we're going to put that on so people have more.
I think it's a buying tactic.
Right? It's for fucking me, for people like me and Tony.
True. Put limited edition so
Homocraft.
Tony and Trent will buy it all the time.
Yeah, if you make it shiny enough, I'd probably buy it. But, like, Roma Craft has a lot of cigar that they call it limited edition, LE.
Yeah, they do
I have a
too.
lot of things that has LE on it, but not necessarily limited. So I guess the question is, what does limited edition mean to you? Does it mean limited quality, limited time, or limited just the shape?
Well, to me,
Quantity.
I think it
Quantity.
should be quantity, right? Because limited edition, when you buy limited edition stuff, you expect to not to be able to buy it later on,
Right.
right?
It's like once it's done, it's done. It's
That's
gone.
why it make it collectible as well.
But for your definition, if it's limited quantity, I can make 500 boxes 2022, and I just had to make it LE 2023. It's the same thing.
No, it can't be the same thing. You need to twist it up, mix it up.
I changed the band. Now it's LE 2023.
Change the band.
You see what
Chop
I
off
mean?
an inch.
It's limited quality. Right? I only printed out
no.
10,000 bands.
That you just playing the market at that point, right? You playing
True,
the
though.
people.
But that's more
that's what yeah, that's what they mostly do.
But I'm just saying, right? I hope, the placentia at the fall. I hope that be gone forever.
It's because you
might
already have
be.
a box sitting over there.
Well, I have two, but I'm just saying, it's like that's why I went and sought for that cigar, right? I don't want to miss the chance of not having it to buy or miss it and stuff like that.
So
But if you like the cigar, why would you not want it to come back out?
Well, I love the cigar, but the whole thing about it, I love it not because it just tastes good. It tastes great, but I love it for it limited time or quantity that I release as well.
You just want something that nobody else has.
So basically, yes, yeah, exactly. You looking for something that like, oh yes, I bought it, I didn't miss it, now I have it. It's not big, and yes, I love to have something that nobody have, right? Because somebody didn't dish out the money, I did for it.
okay, let's change the question here then. Let's how about this, Albert? Does the word limited edition to a cigar worth anything to you? Does it add any more value to you?
I don't think it necessarily, for my preference, it's not as much of a draw. Then I'll have to give this because it's limited edition. I might try it out just to see what it's like, and then may purchase additional ones. Going back to the egg roll, that was a very good cigar, and I enjoyed that a lot. So when I had a chance to buy it, I think there was another year they did that, or we were able to find a stash of those at a certain shop or whatever, a couple shops, and I obviously took advantage of being able to buy those and have them. But also I kept a lot of them. I don't smoke them as often because I realize once they're gone, they're effectively gone. So it's not as appealing to me to have a limited edition per se. It's more of an annoyance, I guess, for me, because if I like it, then I'd like to maybe smoke it again. But I understand that there is a section of the market that people are looking for, the rare, the hard to find, and that plays into that pretty well. I think also it's another aspect of this is kind of interesting, is that by doing a limited edition or a short run, they're not having to insert another Vitola, another SKU, if you will, that they're going to have to maintain throughout. And so for cigar companies to come up with a blend, get it out there, there'll be a little bit of buzz that people might buy it for, they're just able to get things produced, and it'd be a little different than what you normally smoke. Then it's probably good for the cigar maker as well to do that.
So Albert, would it bother you if the regulation says you can no longer produce any limited edition cigars? You can produce any cigar that you plan to do for more than 10 years straight. Would it bother you?
So I'm not in the loop on this. Is there a potential regulation for that?
Well, there isn't. There isn't one. But I'm just saying that would it bother you if the rule was that the cigar companies cannot make limited edition stuff. If they're gonna make it, it had to be core line. It had to be their long-term stuff. Would it bother you?
Probably not, but I don't see that happening. I think that's way too much interference from the regulatory.
We're talking about in theory, right? Because
in theory,
I'm trying to find out whether or not people think that limited edition stuff should exist. Because like you say, it's annoying, right? Like if I like the cigar, I'm screwed, right? You can't find it again. You can't get it again. You're praying that they will make it again. And it's not really. When they say they don't have the tobacco, we know it's not true, right? They obviously can grow the same thing again, so long as it's a demand. Like for example, the egg roll we talk about, we bought it 2 years straight because they released that, it's gone. They released more, it's gone, and then they released the one with the ceramic box, and then we bought that too. We bought it like 2 years straight. In fact, I just bought one last week to buy the bento box so I can get another 20 of those, right? So they still have those somewhere, somehow. They could have produced that in a regular quantity rather than a limited quantity, but they refuse to do so. So that's the question. Does limited edition stuff really make sense? Because if people like it, they technically can just continue to produce it, and it wouldn't be too much a problem of SKU because technically they're maintaining new SKUs every time they make a new limited quantity stuff, right?
True.
So they're making them actually, they're diluting the value of limited stuff because they keep making limited stuff. Every company is making limited stuff every so often. So would it bother you if that never existed? That if they're gonna make a cigar, they can test the market, like the way Jewish Day does. They'll send out 3 cigars, which one you guys like better, we'll release that one instead, kind of thing. But like the question is, does that make sense? Would it bother you that say we'd never make a limited edition stuff? Anything we can make is if we would play in our long term.
I think it would bother me if they did not have limited edition because it does make things a little more interesting at times. So, while I may not be a typical buyer of all the limited edition things, it is nice to come across things. For example, the Murcielago TAA cigar. That was actually tastes. I like that taste better than the Murcielago cigar. As you know, I smoked a lot of those, and I like the gold. The Oro. What do they call it? The Oro.
Yeah, the
TAA.
Oro.
Mm-hmm.
But that goes to that goes to the same answer, right? That goes to the same idea. It's like, wouldn't you be happier if they made that as a regular line?
Perhaps, but then again, they may come out with other stuff that I like. So it's part of the game. It's part of the environment that makes the cigar smoking experience interesting and fun in some ways. So I would prefer to have the limited edition as another option, as something else that comes up that allows the cigar manufacturer to come up with some interesting blends and for me to enjoy those. I do wonder if they at times play with the price of it because it's limited or rare or whatever. I wonder if that's if I'm paying more for that. I'm not really too keen on that part of it, but I wouldn't really know either. Right? It's hard to know what's really happening at the factory or what's behind the scenes of the pricing.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Martin, same question to you. What does limited edition mean to you, and would it bother you if it never existed?
So I'm going to go along the lines of kind of what Albert was saying. I like TAA exclusive, and if you guys are not familiar with what TAA is, the Tobacconist Association of America is a group of retailers. They are high volume retailers in the U.S. that make up about 160 stores with about 80 or 90 actual retailers. So every year, these guys, they meet up at an undisclosed location, and they have a meeting. And they basically decide, hey, we're going to be coming out with this many cigars. We talk about sales. They talk about plans. And they get to meet up with these manufacturers that are marketing to these high volume stores. So these high volume stores are carrying cigars from these manufacturers that are one-time release for the year, that's limited to those TAA retailers. I like that idea because it's like they're only releasing these stuff to those stores. They come out with blends every single year. They are limited to a certain amount of boxes per store. So there have been times where you can go to a store, find these cigars. I've got 2 stores down the street from me that I could pick up these cigars, and it's something that most people can't get. But being that it's limited to these stores that sometimes they do have an online presence, makes it kind of cool because you can go to these online stores and buy them if you really want them. But it's like kind of a little bit of I have a store here, I'm going to go buy it, and you kind of pick and choose the cigars that you want out of each manufacturer that brings them to that store. So yeah, it would kind of make me a little upset if I wasn't able to get some of those limited edition cigars, because some of them are really great. But that's just kind of along the lines of what I think about limited stuff.
Yeah, but with that saying, like, you know, if you like a cigar,
yeah, you can always buy them.
no, if you like a TAA blend and you can't find it again, wouldn't that bother you? Like, you know, here's the thing. Like I say, if you knew a TAA blend was like out of this world, but it was released 10 years ago before you even started smoking, you know, you'll never get to try that, and you know, it's
True.
like something that's lost forever. I mean, wouldn't you want something that's good continue and stay for a long time rather than something that comes out one time and call it a day, and eventually probably not even going to remember how it tastes?
So I know a lot of the times if a cigar is really good and it gets rated really high by cigar reviewers or media or whoever, that limited cigar for that specific year will end up being a normal production cigar. Crown Heads has done it. Tatuaje has done it. So it's like it's limited for the year to kind of test the waters and see what the consumer thinks about it, which makes it cool.
You have an example of a TAA blend that became a regular production?
I can't think of anything at the top of my head, but I know that Tatuaje has released one, and Crown Heads did too. It was one of their Las Calaveras blends. They re-released it as they picked a cigar from a TAA exclusive cigar and then re-released it as a Tatuaje. I'm sorry, not Tatuaje. As a Las Calaveras blend. So you took a TAA cigar, made it a Las Calaveras. So it's technically a 2-year limited release.
I mean, just like an example, like something like Viaje. They tend to do like a test blend for a little bit, and if it's good, they release it, right? So
Right.
So would you consider that as a limited edition? Because once they release it, now those one that you smoked before is not limited edition anymore. They are now core line or regular blend.
Well, I got one example. I just Googled it. Is My Father the Judge. It was a TAA exclusive that came into a regular production.
Okay.
I mean, isn't the Judge says LE on the top too?
No, the Judge is
Really?
not limited.
Okay. I didn't know about that cigar.
There's a lot of My Father cigar that has LE on it, on the name.
Yeah, there is.
So,
There's
But,
even the Labor Jewel 1922 have had a limited production one too, but then there is regular production as well.
all right, while we're at Eric, what's that mean to you then? What's the limited edition mean to you, and would it bother you if it never existed?
Yeah, because I'm a collector. To me, it's the enjoyment of buying limited cigar, limited quantity, or one-time release is that collecting aspect of it, right? And I won't be too mad, but I would then I won't be collecting cigars. I won't be buying as much because I know I always could get my hand on it and stuff like that. You know, I won't, keep the cigar for however long or keep it for like a special occasion or even a celebration, right, with my friends or something like that. I wouldn't keep it at all.
Can we even call ourselves cigar collectors? Because cigar is consumables, right? When you collect something, it shouldn't be a consumable. It shouldn't be expendable. I mean, when's the last time you hear somebody who was like, I go out there and collect broccolis?
Collect what?
Broccoli.
Collect broccoli.
Okay, so you can't preserve broccoli unless you.
You can. Okay, when's the last time I collect pepper?
There's people that collect pepper, man.
And don't eat it, just collect them?
Yeah, they collect them for the seed, the rare seed and stuff like that. Yes.
Well, not, but they still used it, and that's not collecting.
No, they could store it. You could collect it and store it and say you got the rare pepper seed. You can make it last forever.
No, it doesn't.
It lasts for a long time.
It lasts for a long time, but it doesn't last forever. I mean, the thing is that
the cigar don't last forever either.
You keep collecting consumable, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, technically cigar is consumable. You keep it. You're not really collecting it. Once you open it, you're not collecting it anymore.
Well, right? Yeah, but you still collect it.
It's like when's the last time I go out there and I bought a collectible rice, and I'm gonna keep that as my heirloom for the next 20 years.
I mean, if you find a rice that rare, go ahead, bro. I'm not gonna stop you.
The point is that it doesn't, right? The point is that it doesn't because it's consumable. Yes. It does expire. So is cigar. Cigar expire after 13 years.
But the thing is, like, but it probably don't taste good or anything. But you could keep it in condition that you could still show.
I'm pretty sure a 30-year-old broccoli wouldn't taste good either.
Oh, broccoli is a whole different ball field, bro.
I'm just vegetable, but both vegetables, man.
Okay. You could if you tell me you could store a broccoli for I don't know for years. You tell me, okay? Tell me. Like,
I'm pretty sure you can find it in some hoarder's fridge.
So let's say this wine. People collect bottles of wine. They don't drink it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, they're not a collector anymore.
Well, no, they still have other collection of wine. But like, cigars, like you have one single or you have a box. Unless you don't open the box, the entire box of cigar, you're not really a collector. You're holding it off to use later. That's not collecting. To collect means you don't use it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm no collector. I'm nowhere near a collector.
Right? Like, if you're going to be a collector for all the Zodiac series, you're not going to smoke all the Zodiac series because you're collecting. If you smoke
at least one of it. Shit.
Yeah, but you're not collecting anymore. It's not a whole box anymore, right?
I don't have a whole box. I still got the...
Okay, think of it this way. People who goes out and collect models, they keep action figures. They don't open it. Once you open it,
but so you're telling me that your model that you open, that you have I know you have a ton, and you tell me you're not a collector.
Oh, I have a ton that's not opened.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so you're saying the one that you open and put together is not collecting?
Yeah, the one that I put together is not collecting, has no value. I just put it together because I wanted to. But I have a lot of ones that are very rare.
I'm pretty sure it have value.
No, it has no value. Once you put it together, it has no value.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I actually figure once you take it out of the box, the value depreciates.
Yeah, depreciate, but it still have value though. It's still something.
Oh yeah, everything you can sell it for a penny. I'm pretty sure. Some kids can.
Oh my god, here we go, extremists again. No, I'm not talking about freaking pennies.
No, literally, if you open a box of toy that is worth collecting, the value drops to almost near none. And we're talking about huge value difference, right? You can probably get an actual value that is what the materials were, right? You get a collectible car, it has 1 mile on it. The moment you start driving it, that value starts to go down until it's a regular car. Nobody gives a shit, right? A condition is part of collecting.
Yeah, it is,
right? Once you open it up and put the toys together, it's considered damaged because you got to cut it apart.
Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of reverse collecting. Everybody knows you have these fucking Pokemon cards. I don't know a whole lot about them, but you have Pokemon cards in a pack. You're going to open them because you don't know what's in the pack. Is the pack worth more? No. The cards that are inside are worth more.
No. The pack, the unopened pack worth more.
Yeah.
How the unopened pack is worth more?
Yeah, because...
No. Unopened pack worth more.
Yeah.
So if you were to have like a super rare card or whatever it is inside that pack, you don't know.
Yeah,
you could have shit cards.
That's why.
If you have
that's
like
why it's worth more.
1990 packet of cards worth more than an actual super rare card.
Because the moment that you opened it, it's considered damaged. So there is no. Once you open it, it's damaged.
I mean, it's still
That's
worth
retarded.
something. It's worth something that you find the card, but that package alone, boy.
If you get the card right on your hand and you shoveled it one time, it's considered played. Now you depreciate it just for shoveling the card one time. So collecting is really to keep something in the original condition and not touch it. So can we really call us cigar collectors? Because we smoke the shit out of it if we can.
Oh yeah, we smoke everything.
So is
But
that really collecting the
I
limited
still consider myself as collector. So because I collect them. I collect a lot of them.
We consider ourselves cigar hunters. We go hunt for cigars that we like.
That too. Oh, that's a definite. We are freaking straight up freaking cowboy hunting in the fucking woods for fucking cigars.
Jesus Christ, how many fuck did you just came out in that one sentence?
Oh, my bad.
But like, isn't like that. I mean, obviously we have in this chat, we have Albert who smokes them casually, and he will go smoke a cigar if he got it in his hands, right? He's not gonna go on this like this $500 limited edition cigar. I'm gonna go buy that, okay, right? So to him, a limited edition stuff it excites the market, but not necessarily affects him a lot, right? And then we have Martin that reviews cigars. So a lot of times he will go find certain cigars just for the heck of it, and to have that limited edition stuff to him, it's exciting, it's content, right? But we also have people like Eric who buy it just because it's rare. You just tell him that it's rare, and he's there. And then you have people like me. A box shines, I'm there.
Yep.
Ooh, shiny. What's this? Ooh, dragon.
Right,
What's
so,
this?
Limited edition means different things to different people. And I personally would like for limited edition stuff to be released every single year, just because if I fucked it up, if I have this beautiful unopened box and then somebody decides to spit on it, I want to replace that box. So, I would like to be able to get another one. And not being able to get another one bothers the shit out of me.
Exactly. That's the whole point of collecting, though.
No, but collecting is different. Collecting is rare, but I can still find them. People are trading them. I can't find that cigars like that.
Exactly. You know how precious it would be for that limited edition box. You know how precious it is.
What about the time they sent you 4 cans but no packaging?
Wait, what?
So I think when you talk about collecting has different meanings. I think you're honing in on one particular definition of collecting, and I think there are some different meanings to different people about collecting. I mean, I have cigars that I have not smoked, and I'm saving for sometime in the future. I don't know when, and so in that sense, I'm collecting those cigars. I'm not consuming them just because I have them. And I think that happens with other things as well. Yes, there's a definition, but I do think there's some wiggle room. There's some differentiation between how people deal with that. What they consider to be collecting.
And that's one of the problem, right? Because like when you say you're saving some cigar for a special event, right? That's like me saying that I go out and get a beer for a specific event, like for when my father-in-law comes. But that's not really collecting. I'm not collecting. When you're collecting something, you have a various things that are of the same category and of value, of rarity that you keep, so you don't use it, so that you have it, right? But if you're saving for some specific time, that's not really collecting anymore. Collecting is to have them and not use.
Perhaps. I mean, there doesn't mean that you have to dive into a particular category. If you ever watch that TV show American Pickers, there are people who collect a variety of different things that they hang on to, and they have a hard time letting go of those. They have a hard time selling those things. They have this wide, vast collection of things, and they may come and buy one or two things. Now, the show itself is a bit, there's production and all that can get into this argument. We don't really need to go that direction, but the point is that they are still collecting nonetheless. And so I'm not saving that cigar for a particular event. I'm just saying, I don't know when I'm going to smoke it. And frankly, I may not smoke some of them, right? Who knows? I truly don't know. But still collecting the cigar. You're still gathering it, not using it. That's a collection. Now,
but let me give you a plain word example then. I went to do grocery last weekend, and I don't know when I'm gonna eat it. Is that
okay? Come on, grocery.
I'm buying a bunch of stuff that for future use. I don't know when, but that's a collection of vegetables and meats. Am I collector?
No, you are. That is a whole different consumable.
And we have a collection. We have a collection of plastic bags that we save and we just let fill up into another big old bag. We have a collection of little packets of ketchup.
Right.
And soy sauce.
Things.
And those are collected. And I kid you not.
But that doesn't make you a collector. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you're still collecting them. You still collect them. So therefore you are. Yeah,
it's the action of collection, but it's not collecting. Right. It's not collector.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I differ with you about the definition. I think you're going with a hard, fast definition. I'm saying that it's a little more loose.
Give it a little bend, you know.
And much like when you were talking about the playing cards or the Pokemon cards, and man, that is a twist. There is a lot of twists and turns as to what's valuable in that space. Mm-hmm. And frankly, what I've noticed is that there aren't any hard and fast rules in the collecting world. I mean, yeah, there are some that are pretty standard. I agree with that, but it's like what you think would not be valuable. All of a sudden, some idiot thinks it's valuable. So next thing you know, people are doing that and they're paying good money for it. So,
but just like you said, though, it's like the similarity. You can tell right away who is a Pokemon card player, who is getting the card to play, and who is a Pokemon card collector who literally will never take it out of the shelf.
Yeah. And there will be those who will buy cards that have patina on them.
Sure. And there are some people that buy the one with mistakes, but that's still collecting.
Exactly.
Right, that's collecting, and they don't plan to use it.
And the patina is obviously the oils from their hands and whatever other grime or dirt that happens to be attracted to it. And that's valuable because it shows it's well played. Yeah, it shows that the person
using it is not going to be using it. The person who's buying it is not going to be using it. That's what makes him collector. If we used it, that's not collecting it.
Yeah. So anyway, it was just a different perspective I just wanted to offer on that.
I just like collecting cigars so I can smoke them later.
If my cigar comes in a single coffin, right? Mm-hmm. Is that collecting?
Yeah, if you have a series of single coffin cigars that you never touch and never plan to use, you're collecting the single coffin cigar collector.
So I am a collector. Thank you.
Wow.
And it makes a huge difference between someone that says, I just have a bunch of those because I don't like those.
That's true too, but I'm just saying they're not open.
Right? You are not consciously saying, I got to go find these and keep these because I love them. I want them. If you're like, I have a lot of these, but they suck. So now I stuck with those.
That's so I'm a collector for those.
No. We have another definition for that. We call it a hoarder.
Mm-hmm.
They suck, but I don't want to get rid of them. Right? Isn't that what it is?
I'm just saying. They're unopened.
Okay. So in that case, what about those annual releases? For example, the short runs. Every year they come out in a limited quantity. Does that sound better to you than a limited edition stuff?
Yes. Tell me, because the limited edition is limited, right? It's supposed to be real limited stuff. Now, a short run, you tell me, it's only a few, this run is for this year. That's fine. I agree with that.
But isn't short run the same thing as limited edition because you're releasing limited quantity at a specific time?
No, because you could keep releasing it. It's supposed to keep going, right?
How about this? Let's make this simple. How long before you can re-release a limited edition? To be legit.
You don't. To be a legit limited edition, you don't.
Right, you don't. If it's a legit limited edition, you don't release it, it's never released again.
Okay, so you're saying that limited edition should never be released, not even retro?
No, that's just a retro, right? That's BS.
Retro is the same thing again.
No,
right? retro is releasing something that's old again.
No, I don't think it should be. Okay, retro shouldn't include that with cigars. You could do with other
The
things
retro
like
is
material.
repeating the old stuff that was
Like,
once limited.
You know, you could put a retro in material, shoes, shirt, clothes, whatever you want, but you can't do it with cigars because it's just BS.
How's that?
I mean,
BS?
that's kind of what they. It's kind of what they did with the egg rolls. They re-released.
Egg roll is never limited edition. It's just
Egg roll is not limited.
True.
Doesn't
never
But you
limited
knew it
edition.
was. But you knew it was going to be like a 1-year release thing.
No, they released it as a joke, and then if they, they probably would still release it. But they had a whole series after that, right? They became a series,
Yeah.
Right.
a theme. So now it's not limited edition anymore. It's a totally different IP now,
Okay.
right? So like when we talk about limited edition, I would not complain if they decided to release some cigar that's 50 years ago that was limited at one time, and they found a way to make that cigar again. And I would say that's totally legit.
For the person that had that cigar saved for the last 50 years, that was
You wouldn't. No. You
shit.
will rule. You will rule because you save a cigar for 50 years. That cigar probably tastes like charcoal.
I'm just saying, if the person actually did it, if he actually did it, because it was supposed to be a one time in a lifetime that he had it.
Okay. But wouldn't that be better? Now that they re-released it, you can smoke the re-released one, but keep that 50-year-old one continue to age to 100 years. You can say that cigar's for 100 years.
If he wanted to smoke it, he already did.
No, he only had one. He had no choice.
I'm just
Once you
saying,
smoke it,
right?
He's not a collector anymore.
Oh, so now did they have another one? So he's a collector when everybody else is a collector. It's supposed to be over.
But no,
That
it doesn't change
run
the
is
fact-
supposed to be over. There should be no more run
It
of
does
that.
not change the fact that the one he had was from 50 years ago.
No, I'm just saying that would just I'd be like, what the fuck? You told me there's supposed to be one time, and there's gonna be no more, and then 50 years later, here you go.
Right. So, okay, today, if let's say 50 years ago, they have this Corvette Stingray, it's limited edition. They decide to make a retro Corvette 25 years later. It does not change the value of the original Corvette, right? It's still very rare.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not a retro. Even though, okay,
It's a
they have a new
re-release.
Stingray now, right? And they have a Stingray before, but they're totally a whole different thing.
Well,
There's
yeah,
no
I mean,
retro, there's nothing.
Like I released again, totally different things, different crop, different year,
Yeah, but,
same name.
don't slap a limited edition on it, though.
Well, it's still limited edition now. It's still limited edition. So they
No,
only
the
make
Stingray
100
is not a limited edition now for the Corvette.
Right. But at the time, that Stingray back in the day wasn't limited edition either. It was limited because it's at that time. You cannot buy them again.
Yeah, so that's why the new car now can't be the same as the old car, right? But it's like, okay, you could release the cigar, but don't call it limited edition, man, because that just ruined everything.
It's limited at the year that was released.
No, it's limited one time because you're asking what would make it really legitimately limited. How many times you can release it?
I
To
mean, they don't
me,
call it only edition. They call it limited edition.
I'm just saying a truly limited
be an
edition
EL.
should be one. What the hell's the EL?
Edicion Limitada.
Right? It doesn't change the fact that when you have like a wine from 1970s and then they have the same name or the same wine in 1980 that's limited for 1980 and 1980s version
That
of the
would just-
limited edition.
To me, that would just make it
Okay.
suck for the guy that put in all his time and work and everything that he do to preserve it.
No, because 1970 is still 1970. You're not going to change the fact it's no 1970 bottle. It's not going to look exactly the same, right? Because the packaging and everything it's going to look different.
No, then that would just ruin the hunt, right? Ruin the
because
hunt,
then you
ruin
want to
everything.
collect the 1980 version, you want to collect the 1990 version, you want to collect the 2000 version.
It should be a different cigar. It should be a different run.
Well,
It shouldn't be the same cigar.
Technically, every year cigar is different. The blend has been tweaked every year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, right? Like, if you put the same name, same limited edition, same whatever, that just ruined it.
Yeah.
That just
But
ruined
it's not a
the.
limited edition for that year. They don't say it's
Don't be the same
1970.
cigar though.
It's not the same cigar.
They have the
Packaging
same
will be
name.
there. It has the same name. Well, so is any of the Habano cigars. It's all called Habano.
Yeah, but they have something other than Habano on it.
Okay, so would it be okay for me to say, okay, let's say this. Is Oro Blanco a limited edition?
They're running out of it. No, they're not though.
No. They call it a limited edition. It's a limited release. They made it one time and never again.
So yeah,
We never made it again.
they never have the same crops again for it. That's what you're saying.
No,
That crop was it.
They made it one time and you just sold that. It takes that long to sell it.
Then shit, I need to buy more.
Right? So would it be okay to take 30 years to sell a limited edition? Would that be okay with you?
That's a whole different ball field, boy. Oh, man.
I'm asking you, right? If I say the limited edition, but I produce enough to last 30 years, would that still be limited edition?
Well, that'd be good for you, the thing that you want, because you want to have a chance to get it, right? So in that 30-year spectrum...
Let's say they're only selling one shop. That's why it can last 30 years.
Shit, that's awesome. That's awesome for the people like you that
so
want
is that still limited edition? So is that still
because
limited
once it's gone, right? It's going to be 100% gone.
But then that's the thing. For them to produce 30, that means they had to continue to produce it every year until it's gone.
Yeah, but that's different from... So that's it, though. That's limited edition, right? That's it. There's not going to make no more after they make it, right?
Yeah, after
but there's these company out here that putting limited edition on shit, but it's the same fucking thing that just changed a year on it.
Right.
It
so
makes
I'm
no sense.
That, like, would it be okay for me to make 100 million cigars and release it in one batch, okay? One batch, 100 million cigars.
Do they have 100 million Oro Blanco?
I mean, I guess it is limited to that amount.
Yeah, I'm saying in theory.
Like, we're damn, you know, like 100 million?
In theory, would it be okay?
That's regular production shit.
Would it be okay for me to produce 100 million cigars to release only 500 every year, but call it the same thing, limited edition?
You don't change the year on it.
No, just say limited edition. Every year, 500
and you let people know you only have 100 million of them.
Yeah. Would that be okay if I just released every year?
No, that's bullshit. You should release it all at once, and people start.
No, I'm gonna release every year because there's too much. Nobody have that kind of storage.
Well, you don't have that kind of storage.
Exactly. So I gotta release it for 30 years and call that limited edition. Can I do that?
It would be limited edition per year.
It's like limited edition, normal production.
But I already meet your criteria, right? A certain amount produced in the same year and does not make any more after the release.
So how many Oro Blanco was made?
I think it was like 70,000 boxes, 70,000 boxes.
If it's like 70,000 boxes, that's normal. That's good, right? That's collectible right there. Right? Once it's gone, it's gone. It's not gonna make no more.
Harvested. There's all the tobacco is harvested in 2000, 2001. Have aged more than 12 years. Rolled by the most skilled people with over 15-year experience. How much did they make total? Let me see.
Yeah, like how much did they make total of it? Because now that Oro Blanco, they produce enough of it that's running out right now, and they're giving other people a chance to collect it as well. Like people like you want a chance to collect your whatever, and like like me as well, right? I didn't have a chance to collect it when I didn't have no money. Now that I do, that I could collect a few of it, that gave me a chance to do something. But they didn't change the limited edition of every year, right?
Here's a weird part. They actually list it as regular production, but I remember reading it. They said they only make so much, and that's it.
Okay, so what the fuck happened?
I'm gonna find that information. How many was made?
So it's not a limited edition.
Well, it's limited because they stopped.
Yeah, because there's no limited edition on the box.
But the cigar had to be aged 12 years minimum. So from that time to now, there's no way to age that long.
I'm just saying. Right. Now, yeah, on the box, there's no limited edition.
You don't always have to put limited edition for a limited cigar, right? Do we agree on that?
Yep.
No, I would like to know. I would love to know.
It doesn't even have to be limited edition for them to slap a limited edition sticker on the front from the box or from
yeah. So those cigars are BS. Those cigars, like you just slap limited edition on cigars, that's BS. Okay, don't do that. That just messing with the consumers, making them think it's a limited edition shit. You know what I mean? Like us as consumer, we're like, ooh, limited edition. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm scared. Like, I'm gonna buy it. But bro, if you don't slap a limited edition in some cigar, I won't even fucking touch it. But the thing is, like, when I touch it, and then they fucking re-release again and again and again, just BS.
Okay, would it still consider limited edition if they had a core line and decided that the next batch is going to be the last batch and call that limited edition?
If they have a core line of 100 million cigars.
I mean, manufacturers do that all the time. Like, even car manufacturers, they release cars that's going to be like the last year and they call it a different model, even though it's the same car. It's like
No, they
the
did some
FE,
stuff to the
final
car.
edition.
Yeah, but they did some stuff. Okay, the evil FE didn't do shit.
It's a final edition. It's the
It didn't do
same car.
shit to that one. They take out the Recaro seat on that one, and that's it.
Here's the thing. The reason why that's a limited edition is because they specifically told you the tobacco is harvested between 2000 and 2001. So there's only so many tobacco. Once it's not 2001, it's not belong to this category anymore.
Wait, what? Once is what?
Because that's the description of the cigar. Is that the tobacco is harvested between 2000 and 2001.
Okay.
So anything after that, it does not belong to that category anymore.
Does not belong to that category.
That's why it's limited, because there's only so many tobacco in 2000 and 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's gone, it's gone. They can't use 2002, right? It doesn't fit that category if it says 2002 and 2003. Does that make sense? So they took the tobacco from 2000 and 2001, right? And then aged it for 12 years. And then they packaged it and start selling from that point until they're gone.
Until they're gone.
Which is recently.
So that give people so much time to buy it.
But there's so much
time.
No, it's not. They didn't give you so much time to buy it because it's still a limited amount. How much tobacco can you harvest for one specific cigar?
Yeah, but I'm just saying you can buy Oro Blanco anywhere. You go online, just type it in, boom, you can buy it.
That's because all you need is 2 boxes in the shop and nobody will buy it.
That's true. That's so fucking true. You're right on that one.
You can put 200 Alberts there, and he's not gonna bat an eye. I'd rather spend that money on these cigars, or like $10 of that cigar rather than one of those.
Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, you got it there.
Right, Albert?
Yeah, that's very correct. And the other thing about that is that they sold the cigars. When I say they, Davidoff sold the cigars already, so they're not sitting on the stock anymore. It's the shops that are sitting on the stock. So those are in effect purchased.
Unless it's a Davidoff shop. Their own shop has the most, right? So I think majority of the shop that retails it sells it as a single coffin. But Davidoff themselves has the box of 10s.
What the fuck?
But though that box is sexy, it's big.
I know. I looked at it
for the true collectors. For the true collectors.
Oh, for the true.
Yeah.
So my single coffee is not collecting. Huh?
You
That
ain't
what you
shit,
saying?
bro.
If you smoke it, not collecting anymore.
I didn't smoke it. I have one that's unsealed. That's still sealed. Am I collector on that?
When you smoke it, you can collect.
No, planning is different from smoking.
Yeah, you can collect one. Yeah, it's true. You can collect one. So long as you never touch it.
Yeah, I feel on the box. How about that? I just molest the box.
Appreciating that box.
You're adding patina. Yes, Albert.
But I would imagine that even with the Davidoff shop, I would just thinking about how companies work, or at least some, the ones I've been involved with, that once that stock transfers from the factory to the shop, that's probably considered a purchase at that point.
That's a tough one, because I think because in their own shop, they still consider expense. So even though it's sold, at the same time, it's not, because they bought it themselves at a different price range, right? So their factory sold it to their stores, but the store is still their expense.
Agreed, but I'm sure
isn't that like your own inventory though? Right?
It's your own inventory, but you got to separate your factory versus your retailer store.
That's where I'm going with. That's what I'm saying. So even, like when you think about how businesses will split up cost centers and things like that, to where like if you're needing facilities to do something, even though facilities works for the same company that they're servicing other departments with, they still transfer funds to help deal with their budgets and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm just saying it's if it's sitting in their store, I'm willing to bet that's considered a purchase, and it's no longer stock that's available for other shops outside of Davidoff, is my point.
And it's true, but then at the same time, you got to understand not even their shops has all the inventory, right? A lot of them will just store in their warehouse. So once they sold some, they will buy more, right? They don't have everything in every shop, because it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be an ideal place to put them. They keep 1 or 2 boxes for the showiness to it, right? It's like, hey, you want to see this? This is our best thing. Put it on display, just look good. but not
big old
necessarily.
number on it. Like,
Right.
yeah.
I was like, oh, you want, it's like somebody comes in and is like, give me the most expensive thing you have.
Yep.
And then, they walk over to one aisle. Here's our Opus. And here's our Oro Blanco.
Yep.
Right? So, they need something, but they wouldn't keep that many because I only see one shop that ever got in that many. It's because this guy ordered that many.
Oh, he ordered it?
He won an entire case of it, like a box.
Oh, wow.
Right? So he have so many of that. Like that bill was ridiculous. That most credit card won't even let it go through.
Oh my God.
Okay, so it's rare for any shop to keep that many because most shop I go to has one box of 10 and 5 or 6 single coffins. Most shops that I go to, right? So I figured that's called. I still consider that as limited edition because there is a finite amount. I think when there's a finite amount, it makes it limited edition. Because that's
okay. If they have like a finite amount and that would be it when it's gone, that's a true limited edition.
Yeah, but I feel like you can build on that limited edition, right? So like, for example, we talk about the Lambambas. Every year they come out with a different Vitola.
That's not limited edition. No.
Technically it's different. Packaging is different. The name is different.
There's no limited edition.
Name is different. No, it's limited. They only released for that year. That Vitola, that size, that box, and that name.
But is it really limited edition?
Different blend.
Is it really limited edition though?
Yeah, because once it's out, it's out.
Yeah. I still can find a lot of Lambamba around.
You gotta have a structured definition of what you think limited edition is, right? So name, limited quantity, release at a certain time. Once it's gone, it's gone. That 3 quality is in that year annual release because is a specific blend, specific size, and only released for that year and a different name.
No, the year is just, come on, man. It's
different name. The next release is different name, right?
Then it should be a different cigar.
It's a different cigar.
Then it's not limited.
La Bamba 1, La Bamba 2, La Bamba 3, La Bamba 4.
All right, man. La Bamba, okay. Because that's very...
Is there any way for you to prove that? Okay, so would it be any different for Opus to call their limited assist cigar Opus 1, Opus 2, Opus 3, Opus 4?
No, because the Opus, even the Forbidden 13, the Opus Purple Rain as well, and the Opus Eye of the Shark, the Opus Undefeated have the same blend.
Right, exactly. But they are limited editions.
They are not. They are limited release for the year. They don't have limited edition on it.
Yeah, limited release the year is not limited edition?
No, that's regular production, but different quantity for a year. Enough quantity for a year. Because every year they're going to come up with it. It's not limited edition.
I'm going to find that band that says Limitada on it, I'm pretty sure.
On what? On the Opus?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Fine. Yeah, about to say good luck.
Yeah, but I'm going to hold it back just in case I'm wrong. But tell me, I'm pretty sure I don't see a Limitada on any Opus, but I could be wrong. I
don't know.
Okay, so literally, I think they listed under the limited edition.
No, dude, does it say limited edition on the cigar?
I'm looking for it. Hold on. I think it's on the box. Hold on.
Edicion Limitada.
5.
Yeah, I'm curious. I don't want to be wrong though, so I'm curious.
I would think that you're expert on this. You should know.
I am, but I'm so pretty sure they don't have it. But the shit, I could be wrong. I'm wrong on many things. So I'm just saying.
Okay, at least you're willing to say that you may be wrong. So I don't know. What would be one limited edition that you'll be okay without being limited edition, so that you can buy more?
Me?
Everyone.
Egg roll. Egg roll.
I would say that. I would say
the Murcielago Oro.
Really?
That's a good. I don't mind that. I actually wouldn't mind that if that's.
I got 2.
That's a really good cigar.
I got 2 cigar. The freaking Davidoff, the freaking Mafia cigar, and my Etafall. I would love to buy it all the time if I can.
That's gonna take me a few minutes to find out whether or not it's limited edition.
Yeah, oh my god, please be right, Eric. Fucking don't look retarded. Don't sound retarded.
Because if I Google it, every website selling it and it lists it as a limited edition.
Yeah, but is it on the cigar itself? You know what I'm saying? everybody could say anything is limited edition
It's on the box, not on the cigar itself.
because these cigars that say limited shit right on the cigar when you pick it up.
Yeah, having a band doesn't make it a limited edition, though.
Well,
They
it
tell
say
you-
limited. It say limited edition. It tell me that's limited edition.
It's say on the box, and you know.
Is it on the box?
Let me see. I think some of them does have it. Like the blue one has on the box. This is like a limited edition.
The blue one. Which blue one?
Anniversary belief, 20th anniversary.
20th anniversary. Does it have limited edition on it?
On the description, that story inside, it actually says limited edition.
Yeah, but it's on the box
It's inside that box thing. So
because the story it doesn't say limited edition on the box.
well, the story is probably not limited edition, is it?
Oh, just celebrate the year.
Like you learn, like if I look it up, Fuente Opus X6 limited edition. It says limited edition on it.
On it?
You know, I need to go find an actual box to look closer to see if it's on it. Some of them, I think some of them has like that sticker. Some of them has the on the box and the story part. I just don't know exactly where it is because all these.
Well,
pictures
an Opus box would not have a sticker on it.
You sure the seal label is not on there?
Oh, okay. No, I mean, it wouldn't say limited with a sticker.
You sure?
You telling me an Opus box would use a limited
I
edition
don't know.
sticker?
I'm not explaining. I'm not.
No,
Opus X.
they laminate it in. All right, it wouldn't be a fucking sticker.
I just saw it. It does say limited edition on it.
Which one?
Forbidden X, Double Corona, Rare Black.
Is it new for this year?
No, that's 2021. 2021.
So it's 2021.
It's on the box.
Can you find it now? You can find it now,
You
right?
can
But
right
is it really a limited though?
It says limited edition 2021 on it.
So if I can't find it in 2023, that's limited, right?
I'm pretty sure you still can find the Forbidden X.
But I'm saying, like, if I can't find another box that say limited, forbidden, whatever, 2023, that means they only released it for that 2021, and that's a true limited.
I think they might have 2022s. 2014, they have the same cigar, man. So there is few same cigars in terms of limited edition. And they also have this whole limited edition box that has one of each cigars.
Yeah, I know that for sure. That
And on there it says limited edition 2017, limited edition 2017. all those boxes.
yeah,
says,
they have like 100 Opus X in that bitch of all
it's
different
4
years.
boxes in there, yeah. But they
And
do
that
say
fucking
limited.
thing costs a ton of money.
Okay, Fuente Opus X, Taurus of the Bowl, limited edition 2019 on the box. And you can find 2018, 2020.
I haven't seen the 2020 yet.
Well, yeah, but we already tested this out, right? There is a multiple year of that cigar.
Yeah, I already told you because I wasn't sure. It say on the box?
It says on the box.
Okay, cool. See, I'm wrong.
It says on the box, literally in the front where the lid is.
But
I
it say
got
on the cigar though.
They don't have to say on the cigar because they already tell you
So
what year.
okay,
it is limited.
yeah. So the one that's limited edition, because there's cigar that don't have limited edition on the box, but they have a limited edition band. Does that make a limited edition?
They can make it whatever they want.
I don't know. The band itself, just every year you can change that. It doesn't change anything.
Right.
And I think I just found a box with a seal tape on it that actually is a limited edition on it.
In your house?
Sure.
Everybody can Photoshop, bro. I could Photoshop that in too.
I'm pretty sure there's a way to find that. I'm pretty sure. That's the thing, like, it kills it. It kills
Yeah, it does. It
because
kills
now
it so bad, once.
But by your definition, you should never buy Opus X again because it's not really limited edition.
Oh hell no, I'm still buying them. But it sucked, right? It sucked really bad. You know what I mean?
I don't
Like
know.
for people like me, it just sucked because it is what it is.
And I think this topic is slightly tough for Albert because Albert, number one, for limited edition stuff, they increase the price significantly.
Yep.
I think that's the number one problem. And number two is that where you can buy them is limited,
True.
right? And number three is that quantity is limited.
Yeah.
So I think the problem is that it takes away from the hands of the average consumer, which makes it really annoying. And this is why I don't like limited edition stuff. I buy them, yeah, because I'm an idiot. But at the same time,
we are for fucking limited.
but at the same time, I wish all these good stuff they want to make a limited should be their regular stuff, because those stuff tend to be better than their core stuff. So why wouldn't you want to keep?
True.
It's so much better.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
So much better.
Yeah, but sometimes they sit on the product as well, and it goes into discount. I've seen that happen as well.
Right, but at the same time, why wouldn't you want to keep your best stuff as your normal
Your
stuff?
main, right?
Because there will be shops that buy the limited edition for various reasons, and their customers don't buy it. The locals come in and they look past it, and next thing you know, they're offering them for a cheaper price. And I've seen that happen.
Yeah, that would take away the price gouging too.
But wouldn't it be better if you keep the best stuff for your core and your I don't know, maybe stuff for limited edition? I mean,
I don't know, maybe. I don't think you want to do that.
Not if you're raising the price on it and you're making it. Not if you're touting it as a better or more exclusive blend. Yeah, I think that'd be a bad idea.
I don't think anybody ever advertised their limited edition stuff to be better than anything else. They just make it limited.
Yeah, they just make it limited.
I think it's implied that it's unique and yeah, I think it's implied that it's better. Yeah,
But some limited stuff suck, bro.
I bet. Yeah, I mean it's different. And if it's a different blend, then yeah, it's gonna hit your palate differently than it would for others.
Yeah.
And that could be why sometimes those limited editions do not actually sell.
Yeah.
So
That's true too.
there's that for that particular shop, right? And then the shop owner is not playing in the market for selling online or trading with other shop owners and things like that. So you can walk into a shop, come across a limited edition cigar, and now you're kind of in the good stuff. So, I think it goes different ways, for sure.
Okay, so to wrap up this topic, let's go with this. Name one cigar that is limited edition that you will want to get your hands on, like literally that you will spend the money for, and regardless whatever the price is, but you're willing to spend the money to get your hands on one. So
man.
I was thinking, let's start with Martin then.
Oh man.
I have one.
Oh yeah, one. Okay, Albert, go ahead.
Yeah, there was a Room 101 Uncle Lee that I smoked. It was pretty good. And I went back to get another one later, and it was gone. It was gone. And trying to find that, it's hard to find. It's kind of a different Vitola, unique Vitola. It was in like a black wrapper, a black piece of paper that was kind of it's unique. It was a very unique packaging. But yeah, it's an Uncle Lee by Room 101. I wouldn't mind smoking another one of those. I thought it was pretty tasty, and I held off a long time in buying it because it was like $11 when I was normally buying around $7, $8 cigars, or $6 to $7, $8 cigars. This was like $11, $12, and I was just kind of held off on it because it looked a little weird and all that. But I think that'd be a fun one to get back to.
Cool. All right. Martin, what would be one that you're willing to pay to get your hands on?
There was one that I can't remember who gave it to me. It was probably Albert, that he had gotten from James. It was the Monte Cristo Open Master. It was a Cuban cigar.
Okay, I think I still saw it like 3 years ago.
That's a good cigar.
Yeah,
it's not unique. It's a regular production one, by the way.
really.
Yeah, it's
I think I still
hard
see
for us to get. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, for us anyway.
Okay, so Eric, what would be one cigar that you're willing to pay the price for it? And for you, I guess sky's the limit. Go for it.
Pretty much.
I hate you guys. Oh man, the Daniel Marshall 24 karat gold.
Really?
I would like to have it to collect it. Yeah.
Well, that one you can easily get another one for.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm just saying.
This next one to get the one that without the gold in it.
But to be serious and all, I don't know. I don't
You
have
don't
that.
know.
Yeah.
There's not one cigar that you want to get your hands on right now.
Right now, because I already told you there's one cigar that I want to get my hand on. I'm getting it soon.
Yeah, but that's still you will pay to get your hands on. Doesn't mean you can't get it, or you can get it where you already bought it. It's like one cigar.
One cigar I would buy the just any limited Kohio Bihaki.
Really?
Yeah.
Your bar is that low.
But you haven't smoked one yet, so how do you know?
I know. That's the thing. That's the fucking problem. That's the damn problem with me, bro, because I haven't had it.
Ah, damn. I should have sent mine to you, and then you can decide then.
That's the, you know what I mean? Like, it just my urge to get something that I haven't had.
And that's the problem, right? Once you have it, the magic's gone. Just leave it there.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but
Exactly, right? I know how, you know how I feel, Tony. Like, when I had it, it's great. It's okay. Imagine, the holy grail of my cigar existence is to get my hand on that shit, right? So, once I get that shit in my hand, the magic gonna be over.
I don't know. It really depends on the person. For me, right, I have 3 more of this cigar, which is Davidoff Macau Edition. And I will spend good amount of money to find it re-released again for any reason.
What is it?
Like the Davidoff Macau Edition.
Macau. Wow.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
That cigar, I will spend the money. If they re-released it, I will spend the money to buy as much as I can get.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to take a picture of that and put it as the cover of this episode.
So everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think I would miss my ethanol if it's, because right now I still could get it, so it's okay.
Yeah, you can still get it. I'm looking at ethanol right in front of me right now, the green box.
Just keep buying them.
Just keep buying them. Trust me, I will. Trust me.
Cigar industry can really make a person go broke. If you think about how much money that they are trying to get per one cigar, and sometimes it does not make sense at all.
It does.
So,
most of the time it don't make sense, man. Most of the time it doesn't make sense.
Oh no, I think a lot of time it makes sense. I mean, there are some limited edition cigar in the $20 range and $10-15 range. So totally.
Oh no, I mean like anything above like freaking $50, $60, $80, $90, $100. Like, bro,
price range is a different topic. Anyways, so that's it for the show today, and I'm pretty sure that another day we'll talk about our limited edition cigar pricings. All right, so that Eric gets a time to complain about the pricing and indulge in that pricing thing.
You mean all of us gonna complain about it?
Yeah, we'll see about that. So thank you for listening to the episode today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, make sure to listen to other episodes and share our episode to other friends, to people to listen to, because we love to chat. So without anything else, we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. See you guys.
See you.
You've been listening to the In the Shadows podcast. There's nothing like a fine cigar, and that's our passion. And on the show, we'll talk about everything and anything cigars. And you know what happens when you get a bunch of guys together smoking cigars. The conversations go on. And that is what this show is all about. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. Remember, everything you need is on YouTube at Soy Sauce Assassin. The live show is every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And get cigar reviews. Wishing you long ashes. We'll see you next time on In the Shadows podcast.